I've been here 16 years, and what excites me today is the same thing that excited me 16 years ago. If we can show up in the right time, in the right place, in a young person's life, we have the opportunity to change the arc of a life in that moment. And that's what's happened to me, and that's exactly what we're trying to do at Covenant House. My name is Krista Thompson, and I'm the CEO of Covenant House Vancouver.
Before I found Covenant, I was in a situation where I was unsafe and depressed, and I just knew that I had to get out of there.
Covenant House is an amazing place, and for over 25 years, we have been working with homeless and at risk of homeless young people, ages 16 to 25. Many of them have had a tough start, and so their dreams and hopes are the same as anyone's, but they sometimes don't know how to get there. So through a continuum of services that includes housing and drop-in center, addiction support, mental health support, life skills, we help young people achieve their dreams to be independent, productive, fulfilled, and happy adults.
Because together,
we are a united force for hope.
I'm inspired by the young people here every day. Some of their stories are very, very challenging, and the fact that they've been able to rise up and change the trajectory that they were on is a remarkable thing to see. In my own life, I was an at-risk kid myself, and I was very lucky. My parents died very young, but I had a group of neighbors and family who paid attention to me, who kept an eye on me, and made me feel like I was okay. I was a good kid. And we want to create that kind of family connection around young people in the same way that the luck of my life brought to me. Sometimes, literally it's one conversation with an adult that really believes in you that makes a difference in how you feel about yourself and the kind of choices that you're going to make for yourself. Covenant House is all that, and it's a joy, absolute joy to work here. I'm so fortunate to have a bunch of rock star teammates who, are so passionate about the work and who really see these young people in a beautiful light. For a lot of people, having a purpose while you're making a living brings such joy and excitement to your life that it's something not to be missed. And I think I was lucky in that because I was a highly at-risk kid, there's no question. But what the friends and family showed me was that that I was worthy of a different life than the one I was headed for. My family kind of fractured when I was a young girl. I was 9, 10 years old. Typical middle class family home with the car in the carport and a nice lawn. And I went to a nice school, and we had a nice neighborhood. But inside my family home, it was an absolute disaster. Well hidden from the rest of the community. My parents were serious addicts and alcoholics and had all kinds of mental health concerns. And so myself and my younger sisters got out of there at a very young age, 15, 16 years old, and put ourselves through school, lived in people's basements, really were determined to have a different kind of life. And I think, at the time, it didn't seem like that big a deal because that's just how our life was. And young people at Covenant House will tell you the same thing. But I think losing parents at a young age, having that kind of experience, it makes you stronger. I wanted that, lifestyle to end with me. Instead of becoming a drug addict, I left that behind and decided to knuckle down at school and get a degree. Simple as that. I wanted a better life for myself. I'm so convinced that Covenant House is a tool that we can use to replicate my experience. If you can intersect in the arc of a young person's life, you have the opportunity of changing the trajectory for not only that young person, but perhaps for generations of young people to come. It's pretty exciting stuff. It's a great reason to go to work every morning, that's for sure.